guys, and welcome to Sea Smoke again, and it is dinner time. Tonight we're going to be using the smoker, and we're going to make us a veggie dish and then have a main dish. So first what I'm going to do is get my veggie dish together, which we're going to do potatoes and green beans and a ranch sauce. So I got a packet of ranch powder. Let me open this. Put it in my bowl. And I have some seasoning here. It's called voodoo seasoning. So I'm going to use a little bit of this, and I'm going to put it in my bowl also. And will you hand me that measuring cup? Because I'm afraid I'm going to spill it. That glass one. Sorry, give me a minute. I got this this plastic thing open, and I'm afraid I'm going to spill seasoning on everywhere, so I'm going to put this in a cup for now. That way I ain't got to worry about it. Alright, so I got both of those in my bowl, and I'm going to take some extra virgin olive oil, and I'm going to put it in my bowl. Also, oh my goodness. Oh, whew, I can't word there. And I'm going to start whisking this up. And I did just enough olive oil to make it loose, so I'll be able to use it to cover my veggies and things with. I'm using this as a seasoning. Would you mind giving me a spoon? So I got an aluminum pan here, because like I said, we're going to put it on the smoker. I got some Dutch babies I cut in half. That way they'll cook a little bit faster. So I'm going to add those into my pan. And I have a bag of already cleaned and cut green beans. Some fresh ones. You can use some canned ones if you want, or frozen, just, whatever you like. I'm going to use those. Anybody see a knife? Okay. Alright, I'm going to put my bag of green beans in there too. And spread those out. Now we're going to take all the sauce I made here, and we're going to cover the green beans and potatoes with it. And I'm going to stir it up just to make sure I get all my potatoes covered and all my green beans covered, so everything gets some of the powder and seasoning on it. We don't want to leave anybody out. Because then it'll be a little, you don't want to get them one or two pieces that's extra seasoned and it'll be too salty. I'm going to sprinkle a little bit of pepper in here, because the seasoning already has plenty of salt in it, so I definitely don't want to add no more salt to it. Alright, and I got them good and coated and covered there. So all we're going to do is put a lid on these, and we're going to stick these in the smoker. So, oh, almost forgot. I had cut up some onion to put on here too. So let me add that. Now, normally, you know, I put garlic in my items and everything too, fresh minced garlic. But anybody knows that's ever made ranch or ate ranch, it has a lot of garlic already in it. So I don't believe it needs any extra. So we're just going to go with that one for now. And that one's ready to go. Okay, now I'm going to get to our main part of our dish for tonight, which I'm making some Louisiana BBQ shrimp with sausage. And funny thing, this has really nothing to do with barbecue sauce, but the recipe is, that's what it's called when I looked it up. So I'm going to make the sauce for it, and then we're going to put that together. So I got another bowl here, and I'm going to use, well, I'll put the onion in there later. Well, I'm going to go ahead and put the onion in my pan because I got to use my cutting board. Do y'all see a knife anywhere, really? Because I do need it now.
I don't care what to do with it.
I don't know. I need a knife to cut with that. Alright, this one actually calls for a whole stick of butter.
That ain't what you want, but
okay, that'll work.
They're cutting off it.
So you need to take a whole stick of butter. Hey, let me get this trash because I feel like I just got too much on the table and people can't see things. There's that. Give you that. There we go. Make a little more room so we can see. Okay, now it says to cut the whole stick of butter up. Yes, a whole stick of butter. This is something I wouldn't say I like to do, is cut butter. At least not like this. And it says to cut it into small pieces. Because this is going to be part of our sauce. Now, if you don't want to use this much butter in it, that's fine. I mean, you use as much butter as you like. If you don't want to use any butter at all, then don't use any butter. Or you'd rather use margarine or something, or unsalted butter. This is just regular plain butter. It's got salt and everything in it. So we're going to add this to the pan with the onions, because it'll melt whenever it's cooking to help make the sauce. So, give you that nicely and not try to catch you with it. Alright, and here's my other bowl. And, oh, I forgot I need 1/4 of a cup. Alright, we need a tablespoon of garlic. And like I always say, because I don't like a lot in mine, use what you like in it to your taste preference. So, but it calls for a tablespoon of garlic. Then we need 1/4 of a cup of Worcestershire sauce. Now remember that, guys, this is salty for sure. So if you want to season it with salt and pepper, then be sure, you're careful with that, because you'll be adding extra salt to this already salty item. Alright, I'm a lefty. I gotta move this off and shake it. Alright, and there's our 1/4 cup of Worcestershire sauce. And it says use a splash or like a teaspoon worth of hot sauce. You can use any hot sauce you have. I have some sriracha here, so that's what I'm going to use because that's what I have available. Put in there. If you want it hotter, put more in there. I am going to add some of the voodoo seasoning in this one also, which this has a lot of herbs in it and like dried carrots and veggies and stuff like that. I'm going to add some pepper. I'm going to add some lemon pepper. That way it'll have a little citrus to it and a little acid to it that always goes well with the seafood. I'm going to add some dry parsley, but you add any dry herbs or fresh herbs you like. I'm going to add a little thyme. And I'm going to use my whisk again, and I'm going to mix that up together. And it says to put a splash of cream in there. So I have some heavy whipping cream I'm going to use. But you can use milk, or you could just not use any at all if you don't want to. So I'm going to put a splash of heavy cream in there. And since I used lemon pepper, if you go to add any more pepper to your sauce too, watch how much you put of that in there too, or you know, you could have it extra spicy between the pepper and the lemon pepper and your hot sauce you put in there. Alright, so we're going to take this. Right, and remember we got our butter and onion already in our pan. I have cut up some sausage here. You can use any kind of sausage you want, or you don't have to use any sausage at all. You could just use the shrimp. But I have just some sausage I cut up in medallions I'm going to add in there. And then I have a 1 pound bag of shrimp here, which I used frozen shrimp today. But you can use any size shrimp you want. You can use frozen, fresh, just whatever you want to use. So I'm going to add this to it also. Okay, nice and water. Alright, I'm going to mix the butter and the shrimp and the onions together and the sausage. Mix it up a little bit. Okay, now I'm going to add our Louisiana BBQ sauce.
Yeah, I'm tearing stuff up.
My husband's tearing up the house. So I'm going to add the sauce to this. And I'm going to mix again so I can try to make sure everything gets covered with some of the seasoning and sauce. And like I said, it's right now, it might not seem like a lot of sauce, but once the butter melts in there too, then that's going to make, you know, it creamier and a little thicker and everything when it comes to the sauce. So that's why I'm just trying to mix it in. And probably about halfway through our smoking process, we'll probably, you know, stir it up some more just to make sure everything gets coated in seasoning and everything's getting the love and attention it needs. Okay, I think I got all this covered up good with seasoning and stuff. Okay, and we're going to put a lid on this for a few minutes too. And then my husband's going to go outside and get the smoker ready. And he'll tell you what temperature we're going to have the smoker at and how long we're going to cook our veggies and our sausage and our shrimp. So tune back in just a couple of minutes. We're going to finish up.
Okay, I got the smoker running about 275 as usual. Typical place where this Oklahoma goes. It's kind of like their sweet spot. I'm going to uncover the shrimp and sausage. Get it on, and I'm going to leave the vegetables covered. We're going to let this cook for about 30 minutes and we'll get back on it. Alright, our shrimps are ready. If you need to know, the internal temperature on the shrimps needs to be 145 degrees. I just checked them a minute ago. So we're going to go ahead and get this stuff pulled off here. I'm going to go ahead and put a lid over my shrimp to get it in. That way nothing falls in there out here. Whew, that's hot. Okay. We'll go ahead and toast the shrimp in and we'll come back for the other.
Alright guys, everything's came off the smoker now and it's all ready to go. Here's our potatoes and our green beans in the ranch mix we made. And here is our Louisiana BBQ shrimp with sausage. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe and hit the notification bell. I hope you have a wonderful evening and enjoy cooking.